For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Use the code WOLF at the checkout for a massive 5% off your order. Link is down in the description below. Check out mmoexp.com.
The 5-3-2 YouTube, a very meta and broken formation that you can use as an ultra defensive custom tactic and also an attacking custom tactics. But first, drop this video a like for me. Drop a comment down below, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So you are going to want to use balanced on the defensive style. Check out TrustDice.wing. Link is down in the description below. Enjoy 8,000 plus crypto games, up to 20% cash back, fast withdrawal system, and a 24/7 live support. You do have popular games in the casino, and you also have a live casino if you do want to check it out. Link is down in the description below. Check them out. You can also use the sports section as well, whether it be the NBA, the Champions League, the Premier League, the Bundesliga, the NFL La Liga, anything you want. So remember to check out TrustDice.win. Link is down in the description below. Especially in a 5 at the back formation, I just much prefer to be in control of where and when my team presses the ball, and you will see why, with a certain depth anyway, why I don't really feel the need to be using a pressure on heavy touch. And me personally as well, YouTube, I would stay well away from press after possession loss. I don't think it's very good, and especially in a 5-3-2, I don't really think it's good or a viable option. So for me, a balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team shape is neutral. I just much prefer that. I like to be in control of where and when my team presses the ball. The defensive width, though, this is where things do get a little bit interesting. You are going to want to go quite narrow in the 5-3-2. Now, if any of you don't know why, there was a certain big patch that dropped about 6-7 weeks ago, and it kind of tried to nerf the 5 at the back formations in terms of where the left wing back are and the right wing back are in general. So because of that, you are going to want to go quite narrow. So I've gone all the way down to 44 on the defensive width. This basically just means that my left wing back and my right wing back are in better positions when we are defending, meaning that we are harder to break down and we do concede less goals. It's definitely something you need to use when you are using a 5 at the back formation. You do need to go quite narrow with it, YouTube, believe you me. I'm not making it up. You really do. Now, the defensive width, yes. Defensive depth, sorry, should I say. Yes, it is back. If any of you have watched any of my more recent videos, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, what I'm talking about, by the way, YouTube, is a certain depth was made really popular at the start of FC24, and that defensive depth is now back. It was meant to have been patched on a big patch which did drop 6 or 7 weeks ago, but over the last 2 weeks, I don't know whether there's been a soft patch on the game or something like that, which means the 71 depth, yes, the 71 depth is back, usable and a viable option. Now, if any of you don't know what the 71 depth does, this just means when we lose the ball, our team will automatically press and automatically offside trap up the pitch. Very key and very OP and broken. And another reason as well why it is so OP and broken is because your team will not actually drain their stamina when they're using it. If you were to use a pressure on heavy touch, or even in particular a press after possession loss, by half time you would have noticed a massive drop in your team's stamina. But when you are using the 71 depth, even though it is a pressure tactic, you will notice that your stamina doesn't really drain with it. It's very broken, so definitely use it. But if you're not interested in the 71 depth, me personally, YouTube, I would play 60 on the defensive depth in the 3-5-2. The reason being is we are playing a 5 at the back formation, so we can afford to be quite aggressive with our defensive depth. But of course, for me, it is of course the 71. The build-up play is of course going to be balanced. One thing I will say though, and I have been saying this in a lot more of my recent videos, long ball is good. So if you are looking for something a little bit different, give long ball a try. You will be shocked at how OP it is. But for me, I just much prefer balance, and that brings us nicely into the chance creation. Of course, is going to be direct passing. I actually don't like anything else other than direct passing on the chance creation. I don't like forward runs. I feel like your team just runs away from you too much. I don't like possession at all. I just feel like your team never really makes a penetrating run. Balanced is okay, but again, I kind of like the direct passing because at least then your team is making them runs in behind. The offensive width, though, we are going to want to go a little bit more narrow again. So I've gone down to 45. I just much prefer having my left wing back and my right wing back slightly more involved in the build-up play rather than have them literally traditionally just hugging the touchline. I just bring them inwards ever so slightly. It definitely works, so give that a go. Players in the box as well is, of course, going to be 7 YouTube. The more players that we have in the box, you know what I'm going to say, the more likely we are to score a goal, so give it a go. 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so. Custom tactics done. Let's get into the player instructions. Now, the 2 strikers, you probably know already what both of them are going to be on, but there is a little bit of an opinion that I can give if you don't like having both the strikers on the exact same thing. So me personally, I of course have both of my strikers on stay central and getting behind. That is of course both my left striker and my right striker on exactly the same thing. But if you don't like having both of your strikers on getting behind, I think stay central is a must for both strikers, by the way, so definitely leave that on. But if you don't like having both of your strikers making them runs in behind, have the more slower striker that you've got. So for me on my RTG, it would be Neymar. Leave that striker on mixed attack. Very, very, very good. Just means that as your left-sided striker is making the running behind, the right-sided striker sometimes will, but sometimes will also come to feet. It's very nice, but I just much prefer YouTube having both of my strikers on stay central and getting behind. I think it's so needed, especially in a formation like the 5-3-2 where it's elite defensively, but we need to get it elite going forward, and having both the strikers making them runs in behind helps out tenfold. I then play with my right central midfielder as the more attack-minded central midfielder out the 2. So you could definitely use an attacker in this position. You see that on my RTG, I am using Eto in that position. This right central midfield player for you will get a lot of goals and a lot of assists, believe you me. So get forward, get into the box for cross and cover centre. Just means that my Samuel Eto will get forward, and because he's also getting into the box for cross, will help out a lot in the attacking third of the game. The middle central midfielder, you are going to want to have this central midfielder on stay back while attacking and cover centre. This middle central midfielder, like I say in all my videos, is like the Rodri role or the Boubacar Kamara role, whatever role you want to call it. That is the role of this player, just to get the ball, win the ball back, and then give it to our more attack-minded players. So he will stay in that middle of the pitch, breaking up the play and just giving it to the better players, really. Left-sided central midfielder will still get forward a little bit, but won't get forward as much as your right central midfielder. So you can use a traditional central midfielder in this position. For example, here on my Road to Glory, I'm using this 89 Hadji. Very good player, by the way. I really like him. So balanced attack, get into the box for cross and cover centre, and the balanced attack means that they will get forward a little bit, but not as much as my right-sided central midfielder, who will be completely getting forward and really helping out in the attacking third of the game. The get into the box for cross, again, just means that he will be involved in the attacking phase of the game. It's needed, YouTube, trust me. The left wing back and the right wing back are on exactly the same player instructions, and you can probably guess what they're going to be on in the 5-3-2, and that is join the attack and overlap. So both my left wing back and my right wing back, I want them to make penetrating runs, not penetrating runs in behind as such, but I want them to really provide us the width in this formation. We've got both our strikers staying in the central areas of the pitch. We've got the midfielders covering the centre areas of the pitch as well. So we need our left wing back and our right wing back for us to be providing the width. So that's what we use our left wing back and our right wing back for. All 3 of my centre backs, completely default settings, YouTube. So stay back while attacking, normal interceptions, and stick to position, and that is all 3 of the centre backs as well. And then last but not least, my goalkeeper is of course on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there is my brand new updated post-patch 5-3-2 custom tactics for YouTube. If you did enjoy this video, you know what to do. Drop it a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can please hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Also, let me know, have you packed any team of the years yet? I have not opened any packs for it yet. I'm waiting for them all to come into packs before I do that, but let me know. Thank you for watching. Peace out. One love.